All right. Greetings. Welcome back to Brick and Lantern. So incredibly excited for this. Been waiting for this for a little while. I just have to mute the stream. So I can't see the chat right now, but I will be checking in and out. So if you're sending messages and stuff, oh hi, hello, cool. So I can see the chat right now. We'll be in and out a little bit over time, but I think I'm just gonna get started right now and bring you guys all into Lego Universe. Also, turn the game down a little bit. Okay. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for just having a little bit of patience the last couple days. Yesterday, I had a little bit of a still very loud. Had a little bit of just a hiccup in terms of YouTube not. I was like, oh, if I press the stream button, it'll just let me stream. No, it's a little more complicated than that. So they said, oh, we need a couple hours. This is incredibly loud. That helps. So actually needed about 24 hours to authenticate everything, which was a little frustrating when I was getting ready yesterday at 7:30. But it is what it is. So, this is LEGO Universe. I don't know how many of you are intimately familiar with this game. This was a game that I am very, very familiar with. I mean, if you've watched any of the videos on the channel, you'll know I have been in love with this game ever since I was 8 years old, and kind of finally getting the chance to come back is so special, and I wanted to make sure that I really was like, okay, I want to play on this new server, I want to have a new character that's as close to the channel avatar as possible, and I think the first thing we're going to have to do is actually make that. So this will be interesting. If you don't know, this game has totally customizable minifigs. They are... Ooh, okay, hello. They are probably one of the more interesting parts, so we're gonna start with what I think my figure should look like, and then I'll come back to all of you in the chat and kind of see if I'm on or not. I have the figure right here, so we're gonna try to get to as close as we possibly can with our Brick and Lantern avatar here that I actually had a little bit of fun making not too long ago. Let's take a look. So we're going to go as close to the default smiley look as possible. LU figures kind of have like a 2010, like late 2000s Lego design to them. So it's very hard to get those because they all look like the city figures that were out around this time. Like, look at this. You get the Exoforce face, bunch of Exoforce faces. Like, I think when I was a kid, I had one of the more cool, like, suave designs, but now I think I just want to go simple. This is pretty close. There we go. This is about as close as we're gonna get, I think. Let's just take a look. They got the smug. They got that's the Sensei Wu beard there. I think they were a little early for that, so I think we're gonna go with just that face. That face looks pretty close to the genuine article. I'm looking down here, I think we need kind of an adventure-y top. I was gonna say something like that would be good. That's a little more. That's the Rebel. That's the Star Wars Rebel top there. Let me see what else we got. Got just the shirt, kind of like just the shirt, just the straight up the tank. I don't remember what shirt I was using before, but I think because we're kind of like this innkeeper, tavern keeper, I think that's going to be our best option. So this game came out back in 2010. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm giving you like a very brief history of this game. Pretty much what happened was they tried to get they were making this game for kids. And if you've ever seen Death of a Game or you're familiar with that series, they did an episode on this. So I'm kind of cribbing from that episode a little bit. Oh, I need to change the pants. So they tried to make this game and kind of got into a bad spot with it, didn't have enough content. There was the company who made the game, NetDevil, was traded hands a bunch of times. So really, things just ended up kind of coming apart at the seams. To give you an idea of when this timeline kind of ends, the last big expansion is a Ninjago's expansion based off the pilot. So yeah, it's pretty. It's like 2011 was kind of when this game. Not so much. Yeah, I guess you could say when this game like kind of had its day in court. So we're gonna name ourselves Brick and Lantern. The server owner should let that through. So we send that for Mithrin approval. And in the meantime, are we? I guess my question is, like, since we're making this character together. Can't see the chat currently, but I'll work on that. We're making this character together. Are we a really cool character, or are we kind of like a bit of a silly guy? I'll give you guys a minute to get back to me on that. Be right back. Okay. Let's take a look. I think I'm gonna go for the silly route for the time being, and hopefully that'll kind of tide us over. For the meantime, I'm gonna check the chat real fast. Hairstyle seems a little bit more cool than silly. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think I can be persuaded to go with that direction. That's a pretty easy change to make. So we'll give ourselves a cool name for now. Yeah, I don't know if there's a hairstyle. I don't think there's a hairstyle that matches this mold that I have on the avatar figure right now. And who knows? Maybe I'll get that hairstyle and put it on this figure to try to get as close as possible. But if we're going cool, we gotta be cunning. Because cunning is part of that. Which way do you go? It's not what I was expecting. It's a little bit of a weird scroll. It's like you actually have to scroll down to go further back in the names. So like right now I'm scrolling up and I'm going into the different. Like I'm going further on in the alphabet. That's not what I was expecting originally. Cunning. Yep. And let's see. Look at that. I guess I am a veteran, but like, I don't know if I like that very much. I don't know if I want to be like, yeah, I'm a veteran. I'm old. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. You could probably guess how old I am. It's not a big secret. You could be in the ballpark. I think cunning, steady. We need something that really hits to like what the character is. Rather than like, oh, this is what I am as a person, because I am not exactly Brick and Lantern in real life. I wish I was. That'd be pretty cool. I know I joke about in the Ninjago video, like, oh, I'm this, this is me. I'm actually plastic now. Okay, no, I wish. I am sadly arms and legs at the behest of Brick and Lantern. I guess the cunning, steady savant. Like, I guess it's pretty good. I also could do samurai. I did just do the samurai figure, or the samurai swordsman. Oh, so weird. I'm gonna do samurai. That's pretty cool. And then they should do that. So we'll do cunning, steady samurai for now, and then Brick and Lantern once the server owners approve that, which should be any day now. Oh, the Venture Explorer. This is very, very nostalgic for me. I mean, I've done this go around probably three or four times with this character. But just like, it's always fun to do this again. You know, like it's always a good time. Um, this cutscenes, I would always thank you for the nice sound. Always going in, the Venture Explorer and pretty much breaking everything for like 20 minutes to get all the rocket ship parts, and that's gonna be no different today. We're probably gonna take some time to break up all the rocket ship parts, because that's just what I do when it comes to this game. Okay. We got Jet Moonshot. These guys are sick. Like, I want his... That's like a... it's like a freaking... Rock Raiders. It's like a Rock Raiders helmet. Okay. We got the 2 jumps. Right-click moves the mouse around. Oh. It's Sir Patrick Stewart. Of course, we are playing WASD. That's the only way to play the game. Gamers who don't believe in WASD, I have a tough time with alt to smash. That works. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, that's really odd. So just for reference, like I'm playing this with a very standard configuration. Like I got mouse, keyboard. I've got like WASD PC gamer style controls. I don't alt is a choice, Lego Universe developers, and I don't know that I agree with it. So what I'm gonna do is get all the rocket parts now, or try to get all the rocket parts now, because there's an achievement, there's a bunch of stuff for it. No one's really doing Venture Explorer right now, so that's nice. I've had to go through this a couple of times where people are like trying to get oh, I can zoom in, that's nice, where people are like trying to get their start 2. So if I just go through and like do that really quickly, it'll make my life so much better. Models: yellow cockpit, blue cockpit, pink cockpit, classic cockpit, and the yellow nose cone. I think I have all 4 cockpits, as I recall. So my universe also super cool because it has all these achievements. Like look at all these achievements. Obviously there are some we can't get anymore. Beta tester is one that we sadly we can't get anymore. But we can try to at least get some of them. Like I know it's gonna take forever, but let's just try. Let's go talk to Bob. Let's start figuring that out, and then hopefully double jump. Thank you, Sir Patrick Stewart. That is, I believe that is Sir Patrick Stewart, the person who Picard, Star Trek Picard, Star Trek, Next Generation, like all those folks. So he is in this game a little tiny bit, not much, because most of it is just kind of like, it's not him. He doesn't really narrate much. So we're gonna do Bob's quest. We're going to collect a bunch of imagination. These are the pickups that allow us to build stuff in this game, and we've got 6. Turn back to Bob. Bob has a super cool, I wouldn't say like, he's a very simple figure, and I like that for him. He has a W. He has a figure. Oh shit! I didn't mean to decline that. No, I don't want to build the rocket. I want to stay here on the Venture Explorer where it's safe. Bob has a figure. This is a rare... Yeah, I guess it is a rare figure. Like, Bob has a figure. This little guy over here. He has a LEGO Universe figure. I think it was only given to the press, as I recall. And it's kind of strange. Like, the LEGO Universe has like 3 or 4, I think 3 sets. They have the LEGO Universe Nexus Astronaut Polybag, which I bought. I have it. Haven't put it together just yet, which is... Oof, damn. Haven't put it together just yet. But it is something that I want to put together soon. Because it's 7 pieces. It's surprisingly kind of expensive. I mean, not compared to, like, Lego Star Wars standards, because Lego Star Wars standards are quite high when it comes to price. Very, very high when it comes to Lego. You know that Captain Rex figure that you want that's going to be $200, damaged $200. But definitely more expensive. I think the polybag, so there's 2 things. There's the astronaut polybag, and there is the Nexus Force rocket ship polybag, which is a very similar design to these ships that you have in the game, and also kind of like just a little bit extra. It's white and orange. It's really neat. Like, in terms of a polybag set, it's super cool. They all have exclusive or special Lego Universe polybag print or packaging as well. So it's not just like a blank polybag. It's like, oh, this is actually an LU polybag, which is super cool, and it's got the logo on it, whatever. So it has that, and then there's also this Bob minifigure that I believe has a printed Lego Universe tile or brick beneath it. If you look at it on BrickLink, you'll see what I'm talking about, like the printed pieces. Yep, all 3 blue rocket modules. It has Lego Universe printed on 2 1x6s, I think. Sick. 100 coins, 10 XP. Awesome. So they have that, which is great. And that's super cool. Of course, it's expensive. I mean, it was a limited piece thing, limited time thing, probably just for press members. Nice work. Smash items that are glowing blue power-ups. Have you used the mission tracker? Click the orange circle at the center of the screen. That would be that. That's the mission tracker. Shows off our missions. Very cool. You collect three parts. Already done that. Take the rocket. Need to build so we collected the 3 rocket parts. We need to escape the ship, talking to Wisply when we land on Advent Gardens. So that is the getting out of this area, going to the tutorial area. So let me see. I'm missing... That's the quest. So I've got yellow rocket, rainbow rocket. Collect all 4 and the pink rocket. So I need the rear for the pink rocket and the rear for the yellow rocket. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm looking to get. Oh, what the heck? A chicken? Hello. That's funny. That Bob figure is something that I'm looking to get at some point. He's not like he is kind of my chief. In the way of, like, this is the figure that's going to probably cost me the most, upset anyone I'm living with, and or my financial co-sponsor, and is going to be something that's going to make me very happy, because there's just like some things on my list, and I'm sure if you have anything that's like, oh, I really want to hear what people have on their lists, because it's always different. Like, everyone has a different list of sets that they really want, and I told you all that, like, the Bob minifigure is something that I would really like to get, like, something that's attainable for me, because there are things where it's like, oh yeah, of course I'd want, like, I guess Escape from Cloud City would be really cool to have. Like, I don't, what else is there to kind of say about some of these sets where you're like, yeah, of course I'd like, Escape from Cloud City. Anyone would want Escape from Cloud City. That's like a steal. Yeah, but like that's the kind of there's just a couple things where it's like, this is a super small set. That's really like, there's another one too. A couple of these that are like, they're just super small. I'm looking for the rear to the yellow rocket, right? They're just like super small, kind of weird. I'm looking for the rear to the engine to the yellow rocket. they're just like small. Like there's another set that I want from Creator called Robo Platoon. It's not. It's like $15. I just haven't. Every time I look at it on eBay, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to get. You know, like today's the day I'm gonna get Robo Platoon because it's super cheap and just kind of like, oh, it's a set that I have wanted, and every time I go to think about getting it, I'm like, you know, it's I'm not gonna get Robo Platoon yet, and it just keeps going until either one day I'm gonna get that set or I'm gonna die or stop collecting or what have you, and that's gonna be, oh geez, look at the little engineers running around up there. That's gonna be the one thing that's gonna be missing from my collection is Robo Platoon, which is a little it's a little dark to say like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna get this $15 set. Like it's always gonna be on my list, but I feel like it's always gonna be on my list. Maybe this is where it spawns. I'm really not sure. Like I don't know if it has a special spawn point or what. I'm gonna keep looking for it because it's so easy. It's so easy to get this achievement. It just takes a little bit of patience, I suppose. Like re-rolling the spawns. Something down. There's like a heart flag or something around here. There's something. There's something I remember that you can't see if you're not looking for it. I don't know if it's a heart flag. I don't know if they start getting those out yet. Also, I like the little sound effect for jumping. It's very cute. Like it's like a harp being plucked or something like that. Like it's very blink blink, very light, very airy. I'm not gonna mess around. I don't think there are any heart flags in here. I'm just gonna try to get that last rocket. I'm not usually a completionist when it comes to games. I don't. If a game is really streamlined, then yeah, I'd love to 100% it. If it's not gonna take like upwards of 200 hours, but stuff like Red Dead Redemption, it's too much. It's way too much. Oh, what am I? Just juggle that helmet or juggle my head. That's pretty cool. There's some animations I've never noticed playing today. Oh, jeez, come on. I'm just gonna have to keep re-rolling the engine rears to try to get it. It's just the yellow. It's the yellow engine back. I wonder if I'm not supposed to get it over here, because that's kind of what I was thinking before. But then every time I break a different block, I know I have to be like escaping from my life right now, but I really want this yellow engine, just so that one, I can make my my trademark brick and lantern blue and yellow spacecraft, and so two, that I can get this achievement and be able to leave with some kind of, I guess, dignity, I suppose. I really don't know. There's three up here. I should get it. Or am I breaking the wrong? Just need a yellow engine rear. I'm not sure where to get it. Like if I'm going to the wrong spot, I don't know. Okay, I'll fool around with it a little bit more, and then we'll actually get going, because we have better things to do. We have all of the Maelstrom to battle against, instead of trying to get the yellow engine brick. But maybe that's what they're preying upon, is that we're not thorough and we're not dedicated to the yellow engine. That's the joke for this stream, is like, we're not, there it is, yes! We're not done until we get the yellow engine module. So that is the Rainbow Rocketeer achievement done. Very nice. I think I got a shirt for that. Classic Rocket shirt. Very cool. Of course I'm putting that on. That's awesome. Look at that. Oh, geez, I can't see it. You can't see it. Ah, we'll get a look at it. But it is one of my. It is like that. Lego Space, Classic Space, or like whatever space theme you choose, and then Castle, like Classic Space and Castle. That's my kryptonite. Okay. Find the parts to build in your backpack to build a rocket. Okay, let's take a look. So those are rocket parts, yep. I think I'm gonna go with blue and yellow. What would come after that on the list? What would come after the, sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. What would come after the Robo Platoon on the list of, like, sets I want? Jeez, we're gonna go yellow and then yellow at the front. Yeah, cool. After Robo Platoon, that's, like, a lot of sets. I really, today, actually, I had a chance to get Attack on Weathertop, the Lego Lord of the Rings set, for a very good price, and the seller, somebody must have pulled the trigger faster or bought the entire lot of sets, because I just wanted the one set, and he sold the entire lot, so I wasn't able to get it, sadly, which sucks, because I love that set. Okay. Nice. Incredible. Like, this game has some charm to it, I'm not gonna lie. Attack on Weathertop is one of those sets. I mean, Yellow Castle 675. Yellow Castle is on the list. Life flags. Cool. What else? What else would even be on the list? There's so many. I have a brick list or something list app that lists all of those things. So I just say, like, oh, I want this on a whim, and it'll be like, oh, you want this set? So there's a couple. Ooh, it's weapon time. I had some trouble. Go see Epsilon Starcracker from Nexus Force. Cool. There's a couple of... Oh, do we have somebody... Level 10. Okay, but they are somebody that's around here. I'm gonna say hi. Hit him with the howdy. I know these you need to do for a quest later. Oh, geez, Sarge. I gotta ask to be friends. Thank you. That's... You've been, like... Have you been, like, playing? You must have been playing and then, like, getting ready. Got a brick. Okay. There's somebody else, too. Oh, no, that is you. Okay. You have the jetpack. Okay. I'm always a member of Gang Spear.
You just earned a weapon.
Thank you, Patrick Stewart.
In your backpack.
Very nice. Okay, so I need to return back to him. Love the spear. I always like... I used to be a sword man, and then I was a sword and, like, dual swords guy. And now I am firmly on the side of this spear. Yep, they are pretty cool. They are great sets. Like, it's so tough to choose what's on my list, because, like, there's so many. And, like, it really could be anything. Do I have enough imagination to build a turret? I do. Like, it could be anything. And there's always more. Like, that's the problem, is that I'll find something and I'll be like, oh, this would be an awesome set. And suddenly I've got that. And that's, like, what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now. So it's like, oh, what direction am I going in versus, you know, for my collection? Because I really, my partner and I have a collection, so their interests in Lego sets are different than mine, and we have a lot of, like, there's overlap. There's things that I like that I haven't made videos about yet. And maybe stuff that there's things that I like that I won't make videos about, you know, at all. Because I am a believer that if I don't have a reason to talk about something, or, like, I really don't want to talk about something, I'm not I'm not gonna try to. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna try to like make make an interesting video out of like nothing. So that's just kind of where I land on that stuff. Like, I'm not gonna try to make a video out of Lego Friends unless I have like an idea. Report to Beck Strongheart. Okay. Yeah, if I don't have a great idea for something, I'm not gonna try to make a video out of it, especially if I'm not a big fan. And that's something that I'm gonna change, like going forward with the channel. Is just trying not to make a video out of something that is not something that I really care about. Because I actually ran into that a couple of times over the past. Like the past almost year, which is crazy to say. It's been almost a year now. That's gonna be big, and I have some ideas about how I'm going to salute. Okay, rest don't need to salute. Use the speed chat in the lower left of the screen. Okay. Emote 5. Armor polish. Oh, cool. You have to buy the armor polish. I remember how to do this. Klaus Z. That's something that I need to work on. Particularly as my time becomes more limited. Oh, this is the airstrike. I forgot about that. Like, you could just call it an airstrike. Particularly as my time becomes more limited. You know, I am starting at a full-time job. I have a lot of other things that I like to do as well. I just need armor polish. And I feel like I'm gonna go like a heavy. I'd buy one. I have 2,000 coins? Jesus. Okay. Quicksicle? Yeah, probably want a couple of those. How much money do I have left? I can get the trident. Of course I want the trident, or the fishing pole. We will... Okay. I think I can sell. Yeah, there's just a couple things where I'm like, oh, you know, as I'm reflecting back on the videos that I have made so far, there's a couple of them that stand out as like, I'm not sure if I would make that again. And partially it comes up to like my my goal to have videos out weekly, and that's not me trying to cop to that, like cop to playing the game right now. In terms of, when I mean playing the game, I mean like trying to appeal strongly to YouTube and trying to get picked up by the algorithm, and trying to make things that I think that other people really want to see. Like trying to make content, not so much as trying to make art, which is or something that interests me, which is, you know, a thing that I am gonna keep working on, because I am like, in my day job, I gotta make content. You know, that's what I am gonna do for my day job. Is like, I have to play to certain lines, and play to. I have to do this again. You know, I have to play by certain rules, which is cool. Like, you need to do that in the, you know, in your life and in your dealings with other people, but also that's not necessarily how I want to run my shop. Like that's not. I'm not going to do this because it's my job. Because it's not my job, and it's not something that I want to make my job. Like it's just this kind of thing that I have come to enjoy, and that brings me a lot of peace and a lot of pride when I complete a video. Compared to like, because I've done it before. I've tried to play the game before. And there's just so many other things that I'd rather do than try to appeal to like a broad audience. Like I'm not trying to appeal to anybody. I think the best thing that you can do, and this is irregardless of whatever you do, if you're doing it as a hobby, is you really have to do it because you want to do it, right? Like you have to do it because, if you're putting stuff out on the internet, I think you gotta do it because you really want to, like, it's just something you enjoy in general, and you were gonna do it either way. Like I was gonna build Lego either way, not like. Any way you slice it, like I'm still gonna be building Lego, and I'm still gonna be thinking these like weirdly esoteric thoughts about like all the sets and like having all of these thoughts that I have about Lego and the state of the hobby and like building the things I want to build. Like these are all things that I have wanted to do or have been doing or like that. And so, to kind of get back off of my soapbox, like, that is this like, having this channel, and it might not seem like much. I mean, 100 subscribers is not much, like, let's be honest, but it is, everybody that is, subscribed to this channel, and everybody that's viewed the videos and left comments and stuff, like, we could get together in a room, and we could fill the room, and, like, that is super cool, like, the people that for the viewers and for the folks that watch the streams and like or not to watch the streams, this is the first stream, for the folks who watch the videos and like engage with them in whatever fashion, like it's just really cool. Like there's no there's no two cents about it, and that's why like when I get a comment or something, it's like I want to make sure that I can try to dedicate as much of my attention to this as possible, because like this person watched my video, like had their brain on long enough to actually had their brain on long enough to like engage with it, and then left a comment about something that they wanted to say in addition, which is super cool, because it's like, oh man, you took the time to you took like however long the time might be, you took the time to do that, compared to like somebody who just watches the video and like and it's not, I hate to say like, oh, somebody who just watches the video, because it's like, oh, you still took the time to watch the video, which means a ton to me. But like somebody who watches it, starts watching it, and then like doesn't either, for whatever reason, watches it and says, okay, I'm not gonna like, I guess I shouldn't even do that. Just say like, oh, thank you for watching the video. Like, thank you for taking time out of your day, instead of watching some other video or doing something else, to engage with what I'm doing, because it means a lot. Like, it means a lot compared to making these things and trying to appeal to people and either appealing to them, but not like making myself happy while I'm doing it, or know, for whatever reason. Like, I want to make sure that I am making myself happy when I'm doing, like, when I'm building, when I am creating, when I am putting videos together, like the work, the actual process of doing the work, like that doesn't bother me at all. Like, I love doing what I do, and it doesn't take that long to do it. Like, let's be honest, the most painstaking, you know, like the most painstaking part of making the videos is doing the voiceover. Like, the voiceover is the worst. I can't. So the way that I make videos right now, and maybe it's not the most efficient method, is I will make depending on the video, because sometimes if I'm doing something like if I'm doing a topic video, like the one topic video that comes to mind is talking about I guess I'd say, like, let's do the one where I talked about my hopes for Lego Dreams. Okay, so instead, there's two ways the video goes, and it's either the outline first or the video first. So if I'm reviewing a set, I do the video first. Or if I'm building a module, like, if something is being informed by my experience with it in that moment, I'm obviously gonna do the thing first, and then actually, you know, after I do it, kind of formulate some talking points, put my thoughts together on it, and then go into the video and shoot it, or not shoot it, but go into the video, edit it, and just put a voiceover over the visuals. Kind of let the visuals lead on that, instead of the opposite, which is, oh, okay, you know, I have this video, I need to shoot footage for it. And then there are times where it is like that. There are times where I'm like, okay, I have this video in mind. So I'm like, okay, I know I want to make a video about Lego Dreams, and I know what my thoughts on Lego Dreams are as of right that moment. I need to make shots that are going to not only contribute to the video, contribute to like, the video needs to be built in a way where I should probably do the mini game, huh? Where I have my thoughts, and that's it. Like, that's the video. Oh shoot, is that a pole arm? Awesome. Oh, very nice. Very nice. This is what I was hoping to get. Yeah, so the video needs to be, like, the video needs to be linked to my thoughts, and it needs to be related to what I think. Oh, that's awesome. Versus, oh geez, I lost my train of thought. Versus the kind of, like, opposite of like, trying to, there's really no rhyme or reason. Sorry. Versus the opposite of letting the video inform my thoughts, of having my thoughts inform the video. And actually, there's a lot of, like, really cool things that I've done with that. Because you know what kind of format I'm looking to accomplish when I set out to. Oh, when I shot the Ninjago review, I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to capture a bunch of details. I knew I wanted to integrate the, I'm gonna do the survival minigame. I guess I'm looking for help if anyone wants to help out. I know Sarge, you're in the area, so if you want to help me out, I can wait to do this. Oh, sick. Gonna last forever doing this. Like, compared to like, doing it, and when we do streams in the future, I will have a I hope the minigame is patched on this version. Very nice. Okay. Like, I will have a I will have like a Discord server. We can set up a server later if we decide we want to keep doing this. When I did the Ninjago video, like I knew I wanted to accomplish. Like, I wanted to do the bits with my avatar in the. This is. I understand they were supposed to make this easy. Okay, I wanted to do the bits with my avatar. Okay, here we go. And already I've been hurt. I'll build this. No, you can't build it. Did I just do a little flourish? Oh, there's click to. Okay. So like I knew I wanted to do the flourishes with my avatar. I knew I wanted to work that in. But the question was like, how do I? Like, how am I doing that? You know? I didn't have any healing items. All right, I'm gonna go in there. Shoot. Says, but that's the spider. Okay. Dang! I just got downed. Which is like whatever. What does that do? Oh, is that that's like the fountain thingy, isn't it? Yeah, like I knew what I wanted to do when I set out to make that video versus like the future of just integrating the avatar in, introducing that idea, and kind of like nice. GG. I can go again. I think I can do better this time. But yeah, like trying to integrate the avatar, trying to like do those extra things. Firecrackers are a bonus item, and just like that was the goal for that video, was to make sure that I had that ready. I'll exit actually. I get to wander around. So, like that was the goal for that video, was introduce the avatar, go over this super cool set that I had when I was younger. Can I drop one of these for you? No. Like just that was my plan. So that worked really well, and I was very happy about how that went. Yeah, so there are things that I know I want to go over in the review. Like there are things I know. I'm like, yeah, I want to. All right, I have to beat you, I think. Why did I do that? Oops. Can I do more actions? Tap foot. Perfect. I'm not even set up very well for this minigame. Like I could have done much better. Got him. Oh, you have the whirlwind scythe. Okay. But like just. You know what you want to do, or I know what I want to do when I start a video, but oftentimes the video does not turn out that way. Like just purely based on the luck of the draw, I guess you could say, of like knowing what I know and doing it how I do it. It's just there are things that when I'm shooting video just happen, and that's how I like to do. That's how I like to make videos. Outplay, 3 minutes. So these outplay must be like, these are, shoot. Rip. Can only be best friends if my parent approves. Considering I am my parent in this situation. Yeah, there are things I set up to do when I shoot a video, and there are things that just kind of happen. And I think that's like one of my favorite parts about shooting the videos, is like just I don't know what's gonna happen until I am done with it. And even then I don't know what's gonna happen until I'm done editing it, because there are just like occurrences that just happen while I'm making the video, and it just happens that way. Like, it just happens that I have that imagination fountain. Okay. I want to see what the recent scores are, but weekly scores. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. You can see everybody's scores. That's pretty cool. 10 days, 13 days. Okay, we're not terrible on the leaderboard. I'm gonna exit, and I'm gonna go do the rest of the quests. Yeah, but it's just like those moments of discovery while I'm shooting something. Oh, sick! The armor piece. Breastplate of armor 1. Awesome, man. I look like a little knight. Like, I feel like I'm gonna join. I feel like I'm gonna join Nexus this time. I usually join Venture. I was a Venture crew person when I was younger, or a Venture League, I think it's called. I was a Venture League person when I was younger, but now I feel like I'm gonna take the knight route on this. Like, I'm gonna be. I just feel it just feels right. But maybe I'll end up playing Paradox. I'm not allowed to play Venture this playthrough. And chat, you have to hold me to that. Like, you have to hold me to, or if you're watching the VOD, you have to hold me to that. I'm not allowed to play Venture this time. And if I play Venture this time, you have the right to shame me for it, for going with the safe option. Because as much as I love Venture, I feel like it's time to do something else, and I have some ideas. Yep. Prove yourself to Paradox. Go talk to Wispblade. So, yeah, just in terms of like what I enjoy, and in terms of what makes me happiest, that is what, the video process should be for me. And yeah, there are things that I plan, but oftentimes there aren't. There are not things that I can just plan, and I feel like that's a lot more fun for me than like knowing how everything goes. It's not going to be slot out of the action bar. Not exactly what I want to do, especially right now. I really have the chance to kind of. It's super cool. I'm moving in August. That's why the videos have been. I know I talked about it in the update video. That's why the videos have been. Oh man, I'm down. What am I down? 42? One more imagination to finish the build. That sucks. That's why the videos are. That's why the videos have been slower. That's why they've been different. Like, they've been different in terms of the style, the length, like these kinds of things. That's why it's been so different lately, which is fun. I like doing the shorts. I think the shorts. I've got one coming next week. That will be a little bit different. It kind of plays to something else that I am very passionate about doing, and I don't want to spoil much more than that, other than saying like this is going to be. It is still it's obviously still Lego related, but it is something that's a little more adventurous, and just in terms of like a little bit different than like the usual videos. But like making the samurai swordsman short was so much fun, because one is I got to integrate a little bit of my my education. I got to integrate a little bit of my education background. So I don't even know if anyone in the chat, or like anyone that watches the videos actually notices. But the background music, I'm very, very deliberate in the choice of music that I use. It's not mine. I can say that. Like, it's definitely relying on fair use. Lots of video game soundtracks, lots of movies, TV shows, especially depending on what I'm covering that day, because it could be anything. And there are. So what I'll do is I will actually like make a little bit of a list of tracks. Like I have a folder on the hard drive. So when I go into editing, unless I want a specific track, like I know I can kind of pick from the vibe of the tracks and be like, yeah, this is a good track for this video because it's a castle video. I know I want to use my traditional like tavern tracks. Or this is a pirates video. I know I want to use my pirates music. Like I know I want to use Sea Shanty 2. I know I want to use like these certain tracks. I think the track that you will hear at the end of most of my videos is it's a song that I've become really partial to. I find it very relaxing. If you watch like the outro and you hear like that guitar track, that's something that I like using a lot. And I don't want to say like, oh, it's because I feel comfortable with all this music. Like I like it, and it sounds good for the channel. But also it really is like this is what I want my channel to like sound like. Like this is part of the brand of the channel, and like this is part of the identity of the channel is the music and is the soundtracking choices. So if you see like the Chaos Cube, oh boy. So if you see the music or if you recognize the music tracks, just know that I'm thinking about that, because that's something that like I don't want to say, and not to throw shame at not to throw like question other YouTubers and their decisions, because everything you have to do, when making videos, like, everything is deliberate. That's something I learned in film school. It's like, film school. That's something I learned in school. Is everything when you're making a video, or when you're making like a film, it's deliberate. It's deliberately chosen. Like this is the reason that we do things this way. It's not just like a haphazard choice. It might be a short-sighted choice. It might be a bad choice. It might be a confusing choice. But everything is kind of like, what I learned is like everything is done with attention. And that's something that I try to bring to this channel. Yes! Remember a Nexus Force. Let's go. Melanie Foxtrot is looking for... I think I tried the... I'm going to try the assembly gear, because this looks like it's cool. Yeah, like doing things with intention. And making the videos in the way that I want to make them. And that's not to say like it's not a growing process. There are several things that I need to work on, and one of those is lights. Like my lighting situation at my last place was very difficult. Was not very good, and I think I made the most of that. Like there are some videos where you can see like the sun, like you can see the sun coming through or the camera. Like the video looks grainy because the camera had to be set at a setting that could actually like the camera was having a hard time capturing it with the amount of light in the room, like all that kind of stuff, which is like cool. It's cool to have to work around, and it's why I wanted the videos to appear like so warmly lit. Like if you notice, if you're watching the videos and you notice like, oh, they're really yellow, or like they're a little yellow or whatever, or like they're a little orange, that's just because that's the way I want them to look. Like I want them to look a little on the warmer side. Like I want them to look like you are in an area that is actually lit up by like a tavern, like that is actually lit up by fire, like a fireplace, or lanterns, because that's. Yeah, I'm taking the assembly gear. I want to try this, because that's what that's what I want to do, and that's what I set out to do on the channel. Is like, oh shit, armor man. All right, cool. Oh, this is neat actually. Dark spiderlings. So that's just what I wanted to do with the channel. Is like, when I started the channel. And when I was talking about it and thinking about it with like all the people that I ran it by, I was like, hey, my goal is to make a channel that is Jeez. Largely positive. Largely, man, they freaking tore through me. You know, largely positive, largely, like, thoughtful. Oh, jeez. Okay. I need to get the thwack going, dude. Holy crow. Just almost ate all of that. I guess I forgot it's not, I'm playing as a summoner, like I need to do the summoning. Whew, jeez. Thwack, you're not really doing much, buddy. That's because he's not Thwack 2. I feel like Thwack 2 is going to be much better. Ah, man, I can't. So just like, that is the feel, that's the feel that I want to go for with the channel. Like, that's the feeling of, you know, like, I want to be a, thank you, Thwack, do work. You know, help me out. Okay, I need to build that turret. Like, that is the feel that I want to go for the channel. I want to go for a tavern. That's why it's called Brick and Lantern. Like, that's why. All the very, like, trying to be very, like, clear about what I'm doing. Because that's just something, like, I value. Especially for this channel. Because this channel is not only a, like, a release for me. Like, this is the way I de-stress, is, like, doing this. Shoot. Trying to play this guy like he's real aggressive. Like, this is not only the way I de-stress, but this is, you know, I want people to see this, and similar to RR Slugger, like, similar to YouTubers that you see and, like, you feel, not only do you feel the excitement of cobwebs, not only do you feel the excitement of the person making the video, but you feel like the summon Thwack. Go to work, Thwack. You know, you feel the care that they've placed into the videos. And I hope that comes across. Like, I hope that when somebody, that's such a cool rocket ship. You know, when you see one of my videos, I hope that you can feel the, it's not a weird plane. I'm gonna die, or get smashed. I hope that you feel the care that I've placed into it, even if it's a little haphazard sometimes. You know, even if it's so cool. What is this? You first must use the, okay, so this is something I can use in the future. Like, yeah, even if it's a little haphazard sometimes, because I admit there are some videos that I'm not so proud of. And that's just, you know, that's part of doing this, is that you're, oh geez, Thwack is getting his butt kicked. Like, that's just something, you know, I have to own up to. There are, and I appreciate it when people point it out. It's like, oh, there's a mistake in the video. I'm like, yeah, thanks for the heads up. I know I want to redo the Swift history of swords at some point, just because, because there's some swords missing, and I know what the swords are. And partially, like, I'd love to make a parts order from Bricklink and, like, actually buy all the swords. That'd be nice. And it's gonna be cheap. It's just something where I'm like, hey, when I'm ready to redo it, or if I'm ready to, like, do a different, like, oh, a history of food or something like that. Like, if I'm ready to do that video again, that's gonna be what I do, is make sure that I actually have all of, or as many of, the parts to the set that I can have, instead of, like, because I had a lot of them. I had a lot of those pieces that I needed, that I wanted to have, which is, like, cool. You know, it's really nice to have the. Jeez, it's gonna take forever to bring this guy down, isn't it? Oh, I'm actually gonna get smashed while I'm doing it. Like I had a lot of them, and I was pretty happy. You know, you can't be. Oh, again. You know, you can't be 100% with everything. Thank you. I have to get my money back and then get out of here. You know, I can't be 100% with every video. And that's cool with me. Like, there are videos that I love. There are videos that I don't want anyone to see. And there are videos that I started making, but then had to cut off because I was like, oh, this isn't actually gonna work. I think I've put out like 37 videos now, which is crazy. And I remember when I started doing this in August because I had nothing to do. But I have to do Blockyard. And now it's kind of grown like way out, and it's become something that is much more than I could have anticipated. But I'm gonna take a quick second and come back to in just a minute because I have to use the restroom. Excuse me for a second. Yeah, so I'll stop rambling about video making right now. If you have any like questions, comments, etc., like you can throw them in the chat. Let me know, because I'd love to kind of like answer a couple of questions if anyone has questions about. Oh boy, thanks, Dr. Overbill. Answer any questions about like what else I do. All that other stuff, because yeah, I can ramble on about Lego all day, and we can do that. That's cool with me. But I feel like I've been rambling on about that for a while, so I might kind of like do something else for a little bit instead of doing that. As much as I love Lego, like it's you know, it's something that I have a very... Oh, Patrick Stewart's back. Thank you. Oh, geez, this song. I have a very intense relationship with it, but there's a lot of other things that I have pretty intense relationships with as well that I try to, like, integrate into that, what I do. Okay, so I gotta go talk to Rusty Steel. He's got a big ol'... I love the figures in this game. Like, I love this game. I have such a bias toward this game. It's ridiculous. I wish that I could like play this game for the first time ever again. That would be very fun. Just to get to experience this again. Like get to enjoy the time that you can spend with it. Like, it's crazy. So other stuff that I do. So I do a bunch of things. Well, I if you couldn't, and maybe you could guess, but something else that I really like doing. It's actually cooking. You probably couldn't guess that. I was thinking you could, but then I'm like, wait, I've never alluded to the cooking on my channel. So for my job before I got this one, I used to be like a sous chef, like a line. No, not a sous chef, a line cook. And it's intense. Like it's really intense work, and I don't miss it at all. But I do miss like the cooking and just like learning. I love learning new recipes a lot. I'm a very big proponent of like learning new recipes and learning how to take care of like yourself, and not in like a bro, dude, you gotta learn how to take care of yourself like kind of way, but more so just in a like you gotta learn what you need, you know, like you gotta be able to take care of what you need, and when it comes to that, like, have fun, get to do this bouncer. So yeah, cooking is something that I like to do a lot, and it's something that just kind of, what the heck? Oh, it's that brick. I forgot about that brick. It's something that I like doing a lot, and something that I just like in general do a lot. So I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'm glad I like doing it. I'll tell you that. Like, if there's one thing I gotta be honest with you about, it's like having something to do with your hands is super great. Especially because I spend so much other time like sitting in front of computers and doing my work, like doing especially like schoolwork. You know, just like the mental aspect of the schoolwork and stuff, like college work. Having something to do that isn't like, oh, you know, like write this 10-page paper, and it's very immediate, is really helpful, because you're kind of not like, you're not constrained to having to do things in certain. I mean, depending on who you're working with, you do, but like, oh, because it's nice, like it's nice and it's very tangible, and that's why I like it so much. Just like it's just because when you're doing college papers, like you're doing 10-page papers, and you're thinking about high-tech parts are here. You need to get these lasers together. That's how Rusty Steel talks. We need to make one quick build button, one bouncer, one moving platform up there. But when you are doing like such intense thinking, and that's all you're doing, it's like you're just thinking. Like you're just thinking, and you're just like, if you're taking advantage of the college experience, like then you're going to be thinking and you're going to be re-examining, in my opinion, you're going to be thinking and you're going to be re-examining the behaviors that you've engaged in with your life previously, and whether those are like, whether that's a social behavior, whether that is whether that's just like a behavior of who you are as a person, or like your biases, like all those kinds of like re-examining those kinds of things. Like, yeah, it is kind of, it's kind of exhausting, and just like constantly thinking and like constantly writing and trying to be engaged in the learning process, if that's something that you do. And if you're not, if you're not somebody who is going to school, and there's absolutely no shame in that. Like it's definitely not for everybody, because it's just so it's so intense, and like it's so, if you didn't like your first 12 years of education, you're not gonna like your second 4 to 8. Like, let's be honest, if you did not enjoy it and you did not find it like an experience for you, and it's just not something that you're gonna be able to do, I think. And maybe that's me, and that might be a little bit of like bias speaking, But I think also it's just true. Like if you don't do what's gonna make you feel valuable, and if continuing to be classroom is not gonna make you feel valuable, or it's not gonna suit the way that you learn, then don't do it. Like don't try to put a square peg in a round hole, because there are lots of ways to continue learning, and college does not have to be the only one. But like not having something to do with my hands during that time. Oh, there he is. Like that's killer. That's crushing, because you can't. Like, you're thinking. You're just thinking. Oh, nice, got the extra heart piece. You're just thinking like all the time. That's all you do is you just think. You think and you write and you try to you try to think your way out of all these problems, and you try to think your way of how am I gonna become a better person? How are we gonna fix the world? Like all this stuff, and it's just like the thoughts just overpile in your head, and that's why when I was cooking, it was very immediate. It's like there's no it was like brain shut off your brain, do exactly what needs to be done, and that's it. And that was what I needed for those hours a day. And the pay certainly didn't hurt. Like I'm not gonna lie, being paid while you're in school is very helpful, and it helped me. Like the money that I got from the job helped me get the channel off the ground, and helped me put food in my mouth, and like pay for my like pay for my car insurance and every month. So it was like, it was nice not having to like worry about money so much. Shoot, I can't jump off the bridge. So how do I get this brick? Because I think it's gonna be like you have to. Shoot, damn it! It's gonna be one of those. Oh man, my frames are dropping. I wonder why it's become unstable. Maybe it's the birds. I don't know. Yeah, like the privilege and the I have to you have to acknowledge that. I think who knew if you've been lucky, or you've had good circumstances throughout your life, I really think you have to acknowledge those. But like the privilege of being able to work and having the freedom that I did while I was in school really helped me a lot, and it's something that I think about a lot. It's just like, yeah, I was lucky to have this experience where I felt welcome and wanted, and like was able to engage so thoroughly with the curriculum and with my professors and like all that stuff. Okay, I have to make this jump. That's it. Oh, nice! I got the extra imagination storage. Yeah, like that was really a formative experience for me, and I hope that if you are thinking about secondary education, or you're thinking about like you're going to college, that you have that experience too, because I acknowledge that I was pretty fortunate to have that experience, and that's not the case for everybody. And I still want to do everything I can to help other people get to have that experience. Because I am very lucky. I'm in a very safe space. Just as a human being, like I'm in a very privileged, safe castle model, of course. I'm in a very privileged, safe place as a human being, and I feel like we have to be able to help other people out. Do I have a favorite recipe? Going back to cooking. Oh, jeez. So that's tough. It depends on the day. Like if I made a mustard, like a French mustard chicken the other night. That was really good. kind of like in a white wine sauce, or not a white wine, like a dry wine sauce and a couple other things. So that was really good. In terms of something that I am told that I'm very good with, fried chicken. Fried chicken is very good. That was what I cooked a lot when I was at work. Kind of worked at like this upscale chicken place, so chicken was on the menu a lot of times, especially like just. So chicken was good. I also like favorite recipe hands down. I like grilled salads a lot. So it's like if you ever had a wedge salad, it's like you cut a head of lettuce, like you cut like a head of romaine in half. But what you do is instead of making the salad on the lettuce like that, you actually take the head of lettuce, you brush it in like a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil, whatever you're using, as your dressing, I guess you could say. You take that and you put it on the grill, or you put it in a like a pan, and then you actually grill it for probably about a minute or two, just so that you warm the lettuce up. Two, you actually like brown the top of the leaves, and you really like soften it, warm it up, and really make it quite lovely. And then also you can grill some onions, and you kind of put the rest of your where. Oh, I have to get rid of the blockyard property before I can do anything else. Oh, whoa. So yeah, that's my absolute favorite recipe right now. Is like the fly there, find him, borrow the gear. Is that grilled salad? And I acknowledge I can't make it all the time, and that's cool. But ramen, like actual good ramen, is very good. I like soups a lot. My partner and I like soups a lot, especially like we're so busy right now. That soup is really, really good. You make like a big chicken stew or a big chili or something like that. The skeletons are trying to get their bony hands on the weapons of Spinjitzu. Oh geez, that's not good. Guess we'll have to do that at some point. Not now. Yeah, just like that. We're definitely gonna borrow the. Why am I getting hurt already? I just got here. That's probably my favorite recipe right now. Is the like making the grilled salads. I also like to try. I want to try a lot of different things, so I have like a cookbook. Fish tacos are also really great. If you've never had fish tacos before, you are missing out. Like if you don't like tacos, you're not gonna like it. But if you like tacos, and like I was never a big fish eater in my younger years. My parents didn't really eat a lot of fish, so it wasn't something we had like a ton of access to. But like going now, get him flock. I should probably get more imagination. Just let Flock do his job. Which I hope that's his name, because otherwise I'm going to be very rude toward this fellow for a bit, because I call him the wrong name repeatedly. Get him, Flock. Yeah, like that is one of my favorite recipes. What the heck was that? Oh, does it make armor? I think it does. It seems like it does. So just, yeah, like doing fish tacos are really great. Like, it's super easy and cheap. Just go and get the tilapia fillet at Walmart, like $10 for a whole like container of them, and then you just make a bunch of that. You just make as many tacos as you want, and you put like lime and like it's not the typical taco. Like you're not gonna put a lot of you're not gonna put cheese on it. That's not what's going in a fish taco. Because like cheese and fish, like in my opinion, cheese and fish is not. Cheese and fish is not the move. And maybe you can prove me wrong, but cheese and fish is not it. But like, you know, you put onions in there, you put like a little bit of salsa in there, like that's gonna be better. You know, that's gonna be like cilantro. Oh man, like some pico in those tacos. Oh man, you're in for a treat if you like tacos. If you like a really fresh flavor, because that's what it is. Like it's an incredibly fresh flavor. So yeah, fish. There's a lot of things I like making. I have a whole. I want to compile a recipe book with my other half at some point, like to start. I have like little minions. This is very nice. What the frick is that? Oh, okay. If you destroy those, you can. What is that? What did I just get? Oh, I got space headgear. Cool. I'll look like a little power miner. Like, start compiling our recipes together, because we use a lot of different recipes, and it's nice to, like, get them all in one spot and be like, oh, these are all the recipes that we use, because instead of having to sift through hundreds of web pages. Okay. So yeah, that's a great question, though. Thank you for asking that, because, like, that is, it's really hard to, like, quantify that. It's really hard to be like, oh, these are my absolute favorites, because it's like, there's just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Jeez, okay. I gotta stay out of the way. I'm trying to... I never knew that exists. I probably will try. Yeah, and like, it depends on just what you eat. Because if you're, like... If you're not going to be able to get, like... And that's the thing that I had to learn. Like, I never was able to get fish. Like, my parents never made fish. None of my relatives really ate, like, none of my relatives really ate fish. Oh, rip. Pack watch for the Spider Queen. See you next time, bozo. So my parents never ate fish. They don't like fish very much. I do. And it just comes to, like, trying broadening your horizons. Especially Castlepack 4. Castlepack 4. Castlepack 4. And then I have to... Oh, I have all these castle parts. So I have to claim the property. I probably won't build any property stuff today, just because it takes... It's not like it takes forever, but it's just... it's not something I ever really engaged with, so it's something I'd have to do in the future. But I'd love to make a tavern on the property, so maybe that's what I'll do. Go into, like, a digital designer and, like, make a replica of the Guarded Inn set. I'll definitely throw down my spaceman. It's me. I'm the spaceman. Psych! You thought I was into castle. I'm actually into space. Use the space pickaxe. Interesting loadout we have here. My little guy seems all the happier for it. Okay, equip a model from the backpack. We'll use the tree. So what? Oh, you like... Yeah, he holds it. That's nice. Put one down. Put another pine tree down. Yeah, I'll definitely take some time to make the tavern at some point. Because I'd love to have like a social spot. Especially, my real, like, huge goal one day would be to form a guild of sorts and, like, get to do a little bit of questing and stuff. Like, that'd be fun to form our own stream guild and, like, hang out. Check on the upper right, and especially, like, on this property. Have a tavern, get the guild together, go crux raiding, like, all that stuff. Ah, man, I really want to kind of keep the space. I want to keep the space headgear on. I feel like it looks just silly enough. I need a space laser though, but for now, I think the like this will work. Okay, make sure you're really ready to build. I'm just gonna keep taking the castle armor back because hold shift. Oh, you have to get close to a model, pick it up. How do you get close to a model and pick it up? Is it like this? It is like this, and then you rotate the model. Pick up, rotate. How do you? Oh, okay. I like that I don't remember it like re-equipping your equipment when you went to the yard. I thought it. Oh, cool. Nice. So that's a nice surprise, I guess. So, yeah, I think like finding the foods that make you happy, like finding. I guess the thing is like it baffles me, and again, this is like a weird. I guess like getting it back up on the soapbox. It baffles me that that looks sick. That you as a learn Spinjitzu on Ninjago, get there from Nexus Tower. I feel like that's how Shouty McBullhorn talks. Can you one more time, Shouty? Crash Helmet. I love these. I love these guys' names. They're so funny. Like Crash Helmet. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Oh, he's not gonna say anything again. Oh, that sucks. Oliver Sudden. Swabby Bilge Barrel. See, this is the only reason. Like, this is the reason I would go with the freaking like this is Mech Bay. Oh, cool. Like, this is the reason I would go back with. This is Ikuma, Monkey Man. Go back with the Venture League again. It's like they have the pirates. I do like the pirates a lot. So this is the brick cellar. So we'll have to. What I'll have to do is actually get the guarded in instructions and see how much I can actually make, because I would love to make. I do not have that dark blue princess shirt. Male shirt with belt. That would fit my character pretty well. These guys are so happy to be here. Thank you for. So, Sophia Amalgam. Oh, Sophia Amalgam. Okay. It's like, why is they called Sophia Amalgam? Oh, because they're an amalgam of all the different items you can buy. I need to save the LU shirt. It's pretty iconic. I wish I could get one of those in real life. Maybe somebody prints those. Like, maybe I can get a. I don't know if you are all familiar with the idea of pad printing, but I might see if a pad printer can get me a LEGO Universe shirt. So that way. Oh, the pod. Oh, okay. Castle Arbalist, Castle Catapult, Castle Outside Corner. So this guy's selling a bunch of castles, but he's also selling the different rocket pieces, including Pod Rocket, Steampunk Rocket, which I would definitely buy. And Pod Rocket, which I like Pod Rocket a lot. And the Boundless Possibilities model. The Castle Barrel Gun? What? I do not remember this. It's like a cannon. Yeah, you get the achievement for that. That's nice. I'm definitely gonna equip that, like our knight armor. So that fits my character pretty well. Now I'm gonna keep the mail shirt on. Rocket Roundup. Steampunk rocket shirt. What did I get for that? Oh, I get a little helmet. Oh, cool. Love the helmet. Love the helmet. I'm gonna rebuild my rocket. feel like I like the parts from Pod Rocket are pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really like the parts from the Pod Rocket. Pod Rocket. Look at that! Look at that nose. That's so cool. Like, let's be honest. I wish there was something. I guess the yellow. No, I have a better idea. Why did I put that there? Do I have to go get that? Oh, that's a little annoying. Yeah, the jalopy rocket. I'm sure no 9-year-old has designed this before, like the actual jalopy. Okay, I have to go talk to her. I don't, and maybe somebody can aviator helmet. Like maybe somebody can explain it. But like actually, oh man, I used the second rate rocket. I don't get it. Why people are like trying to make each other not miserable, but like trying to make each other feel worse. And I don't understand how people how you would like derive joy from that, because it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to me personally like, oh, this is a thing that I want to do. Like this is what who's this guy? Nexus J. When was it? Okay. Yeah, there's just so many things that I could be doing with my time. And making other people feel bad. Like, making other people feel bad isn't one of those things. I mean, it could be, but like, I don't know, man. It just strikes me as weird. Like, why? And I don't know how they got to this, but like, Nexus Force Plaque. Your recruits are invited to take up the call and join a faction. I feel like I'm going to join Assembly this run, which is incredibly rare because I never have ever joined Assembly before. Like, I've joined... Who is this down there? Oh, it's Sarge. Hey, Sarge. Where's the wave? There we go. And somebody else. I'm going to wave to this guy. Oh, he's a Venture Ganger. It's sick. I love Venture Gangers. Like I really have a soft spot for Venture League. I actually in the episodes of the series of season 1, where I have done, where I have talked about LEGO Universe, I have designed that pirate figure, and that pirate figure is heavily based around Venture League because that is just like. That is just my favorite. That's just my favorite faction. Like, let's be honest. It's just my favorite faction. Mardolph. We're gonna take the Nimbus. Oh, I like the engine a lot. I want the rest of the parts though. Can I get the rest of the parts? But Nimbus is, or not Nimbus. Venture's probably one of my favorite factions, and like that's just. Model vendor. Oh, let's see. DJ, oil drum, Nimbus rocket cockpit, Nimbus rocket code. A vendor rack model. Okay, I have an idea. Which I guess is it's. I love these like pre-made models. They're pretty nice. I have the code. I have the. Oh, I guess because you could buy them all. All right, so I'm gonna take the jalopy. I think it's this thing, this old punk of junk, and I'm gonna throw the oh, cool. Okay, this is like a real rocket rod now. Like this thing will probably fall apart if you try to fly in it. Like that's not safe. Talk to Nexus J. Okay. I guess I should take the... I have these quick sickles. I should probably use them. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I think so. The videos contain that Lego Universe minifigure that I designed, Johnny Thunder, um, and that figure is based off of a Venture League player. Um, it's got the bird backpack, it's got the sword and the other thing. So that's kind of Sarge has joined Nexus. It looks like. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where that's based on. Whereas if you look at like Milo Snack Pigeon, I forgot about this guy. Whereas now, if you probably look at it in the future, like I'd love to get some pad printed custom parts, and maybe I will reach out to one of the printers and be like, hey, can I get a Nexus shield? Like, can I get a hi Johnny? Can I get a Nexus shield? Like, can I get some Lego Universe esque parts to be in my inventory, just so I can like have them? Because I feel like it'd be so much fun to have those parts, especially like there's gonna be a person in that bathroom, isn't there? Nope. It'd be so much fun to have those parts, and it'd be so much fun to like get to play with them. Ski Daddle, maybe Star Biscuit. There is a reference to the people who made the mod. I think it's this right here. No. Nexus Force Coon. Oh, this is the Nexus Force rocket. So, how's my backpack? So the Nexus Force rocket, is the actual set. Beta tester book. I will buy that. It's kind of cool, actually, that they've added the Peg Legs Blunderbuss. That they've added the like exclusive items in, because I want to read the beta tester book, and it gives you the achievement for the beta test. That's pretty cool, actually. Like, props to the devs for making a gear that, or a vendor that has like gear that you can't get now, because you're never going to be able to beta test, and I think that them like going in and doing that is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. So like if I go in now to my general, it's like it just has the beta tester t-shirt, but it's still very nice. I still appreciate it a lot. Like, it's it's something they didn't have to add, and I think it speaks to the Brian's Lego Universe team, because they are constantly like adding these kinds of things where it's like, oh, you can access these items that would be inaccessible previously. The band thing, I still need to do this, so I need to get a group of people together to like help me with this, because I've never been able to get this imagination brick, and it's not hard. Like, you just have to get 4 people here at once, but I have never done it. So that's something that I'd like to do at some point down the line, is like actually do that achievement. Down here is where I always get sidetracked, because I know what's this portal. This is Lego Club. Lego Club's another thing that I have a lot of attachment to. Obviously, like being a mid 2000s Lego kid, Lego Club is friggin' foundational to my knowledge and like to my appreciation of Lego, and that's just like they really got their hooks in, and that is one of the ways that they did it. Was they wait, is it? So that's the concert. So you need to have 4 other minifigures with you to build down the barrier for that. So that is Nimbus Station. Okay, so I need to look around further than just there. And I think each time you like add an instrument on, where would I be looking? Because I remember doing this so vaguely. I'm like, I don't remember where they actually are. But I guess that's why it's the spirit of the adventure, right? Like, you have to go find them. What's Ninjago need your help? Journey to Ninjago. Oh, I love that figure. And Nexus Force Championships. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to like go all the way over here. So yeah, there's a lot of like just seeing the friggin' Lego Club logo, like that just there's so much to that's like attached to that for me. That it's just like, oh god, now I have to go into my history with Lego Club and like having Brickmaster for a while, which was just like one of the most fun things you could do as a kid. Like I was very lucky because I was able to. Like I was able to get like the little sets. So Brickmaster, for those of you not familiar, Brickmaster would like. Brickmaster, they'd send you sets every month. They send you like a little polybag set every month, different themes. So it cost a couple bucks because they would be like, oh, because you're getting sets from us, you have to pay. And that was like, okay, cool. So they send you a Lego Club magazine every month. The magazines would be a bit bigger because you were Brickmaster, so they'd be like, oh, we got a couple extra articles. Here's like a 2 or 3 extra activities, like a contest maybe, and then that's kind of it. And then obviously the set, which was like, oh, who cares about the 20 extra pages of magazine? I just want to play with the set. Here we go. Race please. If anyone's gonna be online, they're gonna be racing. But yeah, just like, oh, I get to. Who cares about the magazine? Like, I just want to play with the toy that they send you. And then now, kind of continuing that legacy, I see the and it vexes me greatly. I will see the. Sorry, I'll see the UK magazines. I'll see like the Lego UK magazines, which come with minifigures and come with little builds and stuff. And it's like, if I could get, like, I would definitely buy that magazine just to say that I can get it, because it's like, oh, it's so cool just to have like some of these minifigures. Like they had the new Darth Vader print. They had Luke, like Bespin Luke, like these figures that are very very expensive outside of their respective sets. I mean, Bespin Luke is like, I guess if we're going back to the Lego list from earlier, Bespin Luke is something that I want a lot because I want to build a mock of the final battle from Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. I actually have a print on my wall of kind of that moment when Luke and Vader are crossing swords and they are in silhouette. Reaper. Yeah, I can get back to it. So, like, having, getting those figures, like, as a kid would be so cool, because it's like, oh, you've got a figure, you've got this really cool figure, you've got a little bag, you've got your whole thing set up. And I'm like, oh, if we could get those in the States easily, that would be very nice. But now kind of what we have is like this limbo where you can't get like figures. You can't get the very desirable figures are incredibly hard to get. And that kind of speaks to a couple things that I've been thinking about. Okay, let's take a look at the facts, shall we? Assembly, paradox. I want to try paradox.
The assembly builds new inventions to push the boundaries of creativity.
This is not an option. No, don't even click that, because you're not going to be able to.
Battle the maelstrom head on, courageously hammering evil minions with brute force.
I kind of want to do paradox.
The maelstrom by learning the secrets of its power. Join paradox.
Yeah, I'm going to do paradox. This will be fun. I've never done paradox before, but I'm like, assembly. They're kind of dweebs. Paradox is the way to go. Like, paradox is cool. For assembly enjoyers out there, I'm sorry, but you are kind of dweebs. Paradox is like sick. The paradox has ninjas and stuff. I do like paradox. Choose your first specialty.
kit.
Space Marauder.
Unlock higher ranks in your specialty.
Blast away with powerful Maelstrom weaponry to demolish your opponents. Harness dark energy and Maelstrom to smash your enemies. Or use quick attacks and shadowy strikes. Yeah, that sounds sick. The Paradox specialty kit. So I have to equip the entire kit. Even though I'm probably gonna not wear it forever, but it'll be cool to have. Where is the kit? There's the kit. Owl! See, it's tough because it's like, ah, man, you know, I want to wear like all the shinobi gear, because, like, oh, it's kit based, you know, like, why wouldn't I want to wear the shinobi gear? I think I have it all on. Yeah, I've got the shirt, I've got the gi, and then like the brown shoulder owl. Oh, you can wear the owl, and oh, very nice, very nice. This is a look. I can wear rank 2 shinobi gear. And yeah. Get like a look at this owl, it's so cute. So I have Dark Lightning 1 and Shielding 1. I feel like I need to put the shield away. I wish I could dual wield. Very cool. Now we're ready to blast some Maelstrom. Collect faction tokens. Nexus orders. Talk to Nexus J for our orders. Yeah, ninjas don't use. Very nice. Yeah, ninjas don't use stuff. Okay, Nexus orders. Look at you. Why don't you go to get some new notion for a potion? You can now collect faction potions when you smash things. We'll do that first. Oh man, this is sick. I kind of am like, it's tough to choose one thing because I'm like, ah man, you know, it'd be really cool to get it'd be really cool to get this, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can be a ninja. This is much better. And have like the owl. It's a start. I feel like I gotta like get some. Alright, I need faction tokens from smashing items. Notion for a potion. Buy a Paradox power potion from the Paradox vendor. Yeah, that's sick. That's so cool. Okay, so I think I've gotta go get that going. Yeah, but like just I know I keep going around in circles on this, but I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what I was talking about before I was choosing a faction. The Space Marauder looks cool. Like, these all look cool. And then you get to the late game, and it's like, you know, maybe I don't like these so much, but the Shinobi, like, getting to have 2 swords is awesome. Dual wielding is sick. I don't know who doesn't like dual wielding. Yeah, but like this is great. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is like, even if nobody watches this and like nobody cares, this is so nice. Like, you have no idea. I've had a huge smile on my face this whole time because it's just so fun to like get to smash things to find faction tokens. Gatekeeper. I can also go, if I go up to the, I'm gonna go to meet Vanda. I'll just take all of the missions and just do that. Oh, that's a Ninjago person. Sick. They've got the Nolan. Nolan has requested that I be their friend, of course. I'm not expecting to see any trolls, because who's gonna do this? Takes a lot of effort to there's a lot of effort to like coordinate this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you telling me you want to go Kurt Tussle next is at the rear of the. Okay, you're telling me like you want to troll people in a game that has been dead for 10+ years, on a server that like you have to get like a special invite to join. Like there's so many hoops you'd have to jump through before trolling people. Velocity lane. Before trolling people would like even like be a good option, you know? Like you've gotta really want to do it. What's this guy want? Oh man, gonna need a bigger boat. A fish, shipping a fish. I don't know. Like, I guess you can get some money, but other than that, ready to fly next to the tower? Yeah, I'll go next to the tower. I think I am gonna, while I'm traveling next to the tower, I'm gonna go get some water. Throw the old hunk of junk up on the friggin' space flyer and away we go. Okay, next to station. We're missing 4 flags. And wow, there's a whole lot of missions to do. Okay. Looks like we're going to be at Nexus Station for a while. So I guess I'll tell a little bit of a story that I got to have today. And I guess I'm pretty excited about it still, so I don't want to like go too crazy, but I will say this. So a big thing about me doing this channel, a big factor of why I started this channel and why I was like, okay, this is gonna be like this is feasible for me. Hey Sarge. I feel like I'm running around on you, like I'm seeing you everywhere. Ninjago, need your help. A big factor of why I decided to start this channel, like why I really wanted to do it, was because I had seen that you could actually do YouTube as a hobby, which is something that, you know, obviously, like, yeah, you can do that as a hobby, but it's like, wait. I've attempted to play this game before. This is Crux Prime. Oh, Crux Prime. Yeah, I've attempted to do this before. Like I've attempted to, you know, I've had YouTube channels in the past with friends, and like I've had YouTube channels on my own, and it was just like, okay, cool. Like yeah, I can do. Yeah, I'll do YouTube. Yeah, it'll be whatever. Mr. Ree, Shady. Oh, I can get a picture, a photo taker. Oh. 13 bucks. Thanks, Mr. Ree. Oh, Mr. Ree. Like, can I? Is this active? Like, do I do this? Ha! So I put this on 5. It's pretty sick. A custom item. So yeah, like, oh, I realized I could do YouTube as a hobby. Olivia Nightshade, what do you have? You have Stinky Fish Unstink Potion. Removes skunk stink. I don't know what that does. Treasure Finder. Collectibles appear in your map. Spring Shoes. Make you leap on enemies. Doing 5 damage. Treasure Finder. Oh, that's usable. This is a consumable? So yeah, like the thing was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be able to Venture League box disguise, like frickin' Metal Gear. You're like, oh, I'm gonna be able to do this, and that's gonna be that. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But the big person that was able to like inspire me to do this, a YouTuber, by who I've referenced several times, big Lego YouTuber now, RR Slugger. I was like watching one of his videos earlier, and I sent him an email because I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna send him an email just to let him know, like, hey, thank you. Look at the orb. Oh, jeez, not the orb. Okay, this is pretty sick, actually. It's like one of those I've never been able to do this before kind of things. It's pretty dope. The orb. He's kind of tripping. I see why you guys like him so much. He's sick with it. So yeah, I wrote to R.R. Slugger because I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna write something just to parley with the pirate, or parlay with the pirate. Talk to Naomi. Console in the Sentinel War Room to open a vault. Okay. I guess I gotta go there anyway. So I emailed him. I was like, okay, cool. I'll email him. He's got 25,000 subs. Surely he gets a ton of emails and comments, and he won't see it. And I was like, okay, I'll check back in however long, just to like check it, because maybe I've had some like circumstances in the past where I've been able to like get fan mail across or get like something across, and I was just like a Hail Mary, like, hey, thank you so much for inspiring my videos, like it's really cool to be able to see somebody like pursue this as a hobby, and I really respect what you do, and thank you. And I kid you not, I sent that yesterday night. So like, oh yeah, I'll do it, quick. And then I checked before I started the stream because I was like, oh, I'm sitting here, I'll check. And I was really impressed because he got right back to me. He was like, yeah, it's. Thank you for reaching out. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, it's super cool to get to do this as a hobby, and like I try to keep it that way. And he sent me a couple of like little things about like, hey, I try to keep this as my hobby because not because of any reason. He's like, yeah, I get to it's funny you mentioned that, etc. So he talked a little bit. He's like, oh, send me. Thanks for reaching out. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, I was like, whoa, really surprised that you got back to me so quickly, because it's like, holy crow, I just sent this email to you, a few hours ago, and like you've got things going on in your life, and it's like, thank you for taking the time to read it, because it's like, oh, this is actually really cool to have this experience, just because I'm used to a world where that stuff doesn't get seen. And not like, obviously he's someone I'm gonna like either way. Like he's somebody that I like a lot, just because of the way that he, and again, like the way that he runs the shop, like the way that he does what he does, and the fact that he makes videos about Bullet Mullet. He makes videos about what he wants to make. He makes. Oh, nice! I got my token. Okay, hello. He makes videos about what he wants to make, and he makes them how he wants to make them. Oh, toaster, yippee! And that's just what he does, and that's what I want to do. That's what I hope to do, is like keep making videos the way that I want to make them, and like and be able to do it sustainably as a hobby instead of getting very nice. No, don't put the. Oh, I can put the imagination. What can I put on that I don't have on already? Cause like, I didn't realize I could put the imagination takes on and have my stuff on. So yeah, just like being able to do video making as a hobby, especially with the like, if you've seen his videos, you know they're incredibly high quality. Like they're immaculate. Like that, I marvel at the amount of time that gets put into those videos. Yeah, like being able to do that as your hobby, sustainably, that's awesome. Like that's so cool. Return to Naomi, and that's what I hope to achieve in my own way. Like obviously, you don't want to. I don't want to rip on his style. That's not. That hardly seems cool. Like, yeah, I am inspired so much by you that I'm going to start ripping you off. Yeah, that seems right. But like, just getting to work at the quality that he works is like really boggles my mind. The quality of his videos. Yeah. So that was my cool fan moment. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I get to interact with this person that I really look up to, and like was like, yeah, you really inspire what I do, and that's the honest truth. So yeah, there's a lot of people like that though. Like there's plenty of lovely Lego people on the internet, because I hate to call them content creators, because that just puts me in a bad mood. But like, there's plenty of amazing Lego people out on the internet that just like really blow my socks off with what they do, and I want nothing more than to like just kind of yippee. I don't know what that does, but I feel like it does something. Nothing more than just interface with, be like, hey, thank you, because interact with the Vault terminal to open your account. Return to Nexus Naomi in the war room. I keep trying to do this, and I keep getting sidetracked. People that have really taught me a lot, and people that, like, if they know it or not, because there's a lot of things that I'm still, like, learning, especially, there's a difference between, like, being a kid and your parents buy you your sets. Thank you for the toaster. Compared to, like, being an adult and being in the position that I'm in, which is definitely something else, and like having to learn about like, oh, I need to actually, I need to be very, like, one of the things I'm working on is being intentional with my collection, because like I have, and I'm sure the videos, some of the early videos like reflect this. I have a very scattershot, or had a very scattershot way of getting sets, and I still kind of do. And even though like I have made wanted lists, and I have like I've engaged in paring down the sets that I have, especially there's more sets that I want to pare down. Just because I'm like, oh, I've bought the set for a video. Or I bought the set because I really liked it in the 20 seconds that I saw it, and the price was decent, Obviously, I haven't had a ton of money to spend, So that's something where it's like, oh, okay, now that I am getting to the point where, oh, I have to go visit Hailstorm. I should probably go to the Nexus spot. Now that I'm getting to the point where, what is see the world at high speed? Oh, it's a time trial. Yeah, now that I'm getting to the point where I have the money, Trek Farino, it's not so much, the money isn't the problem. It's like the actual, Where is he? Is he up there? He's up there. It's like the space and the respect for my partner and, you know, like all those. Oh, shoot. You get flung out of a cannon? That's cool. Thank you. Like, the respect, you know, the space, the respect for my partner, that's just, oh, man. I would never regret my decision to join Hailstorm. Treasure finder. So, yeah, like just there are other factors now that aren't cost related, and there are still factors that are cost related, like Attack on Weathertop, that set that I want, retails for a lot of money, right now, and like that's just how it is, and like you can buy it. I mean, when I say a lot of money, like $200, which is a lot of money, especially for somebody who has to like pay for things, like rent and like food and like gas and stuff like that. Yeah, that's $200 is a lot for that set right now. But it is something that I want, and it's like, okay, I can't I can't buy this set right now, but I am gonna get it in the future, and it's on my list, and it's like, okay, I need to think about intentionally, like, is this this is a collection piece that I really want, and that I think is going to bring, like, a lot of happiness to me. Go back up to Hailstorm, and that's, like, my thought process is, like, okay, when I see a set coming out, is this a set that I want to get because it is, like, for what reason? And is it something that another set doesn't offer? Because I think, like, especially right now, you have to, with the LEGO group being the way they are right now, like the prices are going up, the quality is becoming a little more questionable. Like, you have to be a very careful consumer. I love his knife. Tell Baron last time okay. So like those are the factors that 8 imagine meter base chunks. Those are the factors that are going into like my purchase decisions now. It's like, is it going to be something that I can share? Is it going to be something that's going to bring me, like in collecting, displaying, whatever? Like, what is the end goal of having this in my collection right now? Oh, peace out, dude. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out for a while. But like having having it in my collection, is it something that's gonna be a sustainable piece to have in my collection? And is it gonna be something that like will continue to be worthwhile? As we go forward and as I continue to collect, because let's be honest, the collection is not going to get smaller. Like, unless I'm like, unless LEGO really does something to dissuade me from continuing to engage with them, which is possible. I never want to say it's not, but it's going to be really difficult. Like if they do something like Hasbro and they like stick the Pinkertons on somebody because they get a set early, that's going to be a deal breaker. But like otherwise than that, there's gonna, and I guess we have to. Time will tell if they do something like that. But like, I'm gonna go through. I'll go through like a lot. That's just. I always have been able to like deal with those things. Yeah, and so that's like, yeah, of course I'll do whatever because it's something that I enjoy doing, and that doesn't mean that I'm going to be buying new sets. Like I genuinely, the last few sets I've bought, not been very new. I'm a Castle guy through and through, and Castle has not had many very new sets, and that is the. I like the bit of comedy with the head. Yeah, that's just something that like I have to get used to, and it's not that bad. Like the Star Wars sets are worse. Oh, I love her swords. Like, this is just such a sick figure. Okay. I will be right back. I'm gonna take just a second. I'm gonna transition it over to the maybe I will. It's like, oh, whoa, tipping. I'll be right back. Excuse me for a second. Okay. I do want to actually get to like playing the game a little bit, because I understand we've been running around a whole lot. So I'm gonna like try to finish this little quest for them and then stop running around. What's this shift interaction do? Oh, it's just a little shock. Because I am like, I would love to play the game. Like I'd love to get into the like a little bit of fighting and stuff. So yeah, I do like collecting a lot, and it's just something where I'm like, okay, I need to narrow down what I'm doing, because it was like, and it's not to say like I want a full collection of anything. I have a bunch of ideas of what I want. Like I love the idea of doing a medieval marketplace, and that's just like fantasy marketplace, and that's just something that's gonna take a while. A couple ideas with the castle stuff that are just gonna take a while. Yeah, but definitely like gotta think about what I'm getting, because it's gonna be tough to have and display the things that I like and not just like obsessively buy everything, because it's definitely very, very tempting to be like, oh, I'm just gonna buy all the sets I want, because there's so many, there's so many sets, like there's so many sets you could buy, and all of them offer something that's a little slightly different. This is Duke Exeter, right? Yep. He's chiseled. You need me to fight like a little funny thingy? Well, there's a platforming challenge there that I want to do. So there's 2 challenges I need to do. Yeah, but like just, it's there's so much. There's so many sets. Like there's so many themes. And every time that I feel like I'm like, okay, I know I don't want anything from this theme, it's like, oh, they're gonna drop this like crazy set that's not a jump you can make, is it? What's the deal with that jump? They just drop some crazy set. You're like, of course, yeah. Like, I thought that the original themes were kind of dead and done for, and then they're like, oh no, we're gonna do dreams, and now I'm like, okay, do I, what is my level of investment here? Is my level of investment to loyalty to them to like not destroy original themes, like to do something else, or am I doing it out of loyalty? Like, am I buying a set because I am loyal to the Lego group and that's why? Or is it because, yeah. This costs Imaginite to do? I think I'm gonna break 25. Thunder. Yep. Like, what is the deal here? Is it because I am, loyal to them, or is it because I actually like the set? And that's something I have to figure out, because, like, you can, I don't know, I think like you could buy a set because you actually like it, or you can buy a set because you're being loyal to a theme. My experience with the Bionicle GWP was like I'm being loyal to this theme that I like, and that's my cross to bear with that. Is I spent an unseemly amount of money because I was being loyal to the theme, and I think that I have some some culpability in that whole process, and maybe that is, I hate to say that, like, yeah, that's my bad, but it's like, yes, that is actually my bad. I don't know how you get across that. Yeah, it's actually my bad, and I don't think that anything is gonna, not like hundreds of other people, hundreds of thousands of other people didn't do the same thing I did, where you felt, to me at least, like I felt a lot of pressure to engage with that set, and that's just like, that's the honest truth. There's no other description other than like, it was a backhanded tactic to get the, not only get a set. Was that whole Tahoe debacle, and I still feel pretty jaded, not jaded about that. Like, I feel pretty conflicted about that. Like, I still feel like I had a part to play in that whole thing, and even though I was a consumer, like, yeah, you're one out of however many thousands of people that engaged in this deal, and got the gift with purchase, and you did just like you were, like everyone was kind of being pushed to by the Lego group, and it's like, well, yes, I am definitely like, I'm one person, but one person can certainly feel like some dejection toward that, or some kind of like grift toward that, and I hate to think that it's going to become common. I hate to think that there are sets coming that are going to be gated behind this paywall, because there are going to be, especially as me, somebody who has a historical bent, a history of falling victim to FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, I have to go visit one last person, and then we're going to go do some real gameplay. Somebody who has a history of falling victim to fear of missing out. Somebody who has a history of... Can I look at the map here? So, no, that doesn't help me at all. I think we have to go that way. Like somebody who has fallen victim to this in the past, and continues to. These tactics work really. I'm not gonna lie, like, these tactics work really well on me, because of the way that I'm wired, and just because of like past experiences, and like, oh, I'm never gonna have the chance again. Like, it's never gonna happen again. Kind of thought process. Like having the Forestman's Hideout set, which I know now is last year, and like having that behind a paywall, That sucked. And I didn't buy mine. I didn't get mine firsthand. I got mine secondhand via an eBay seller, and I didn't pay a terrible price for it. I got it in the initial, like, everybody was scalping them kind of period, because I was like, oh, I need to make sure I want it. I'm gonna get it, but instead of, I can spend $50 instead of spending the the amount of however much that they wanted to charge in product, because I didn't have I did not have that space. And that's the truth, is like I did not have room for the product, and two, there just wasn't anything out at the time where I was like, I need this set, I need these sets. There's a couple sets that I like a lot in the new current waves, but I think like the newest sets I'm really gonna buy are like Dreams, as well as like Cozy House and a couple other creator sets if I really want them. That's something I have to evaluate. But yeah, definitely there's been definitely just the sets that they are making, and the gift with purchase strategy is just it's so frustrating. Oh, what the heck? Hello, model vendor. Oh, cool. I didn't know you were up here. Micro City? That's cute. I did not know that this person was up here. But yeah, just like the micro, the sets that they're making, the GWPs, especially, there's been rumors about they're going to make Majesto's workshop, I think it's called, or whatever, which is office rotation. Okay, cool. That is something that I am particularly it's castle set are very very susceptible to making a purchase for that. I've heard about the purchase threshold, and part of it is I've planned on making a very large purchase for some time. The Lion Knight's Castle is a set that I forgot about the challenge he has to do. The Lion Knight's Castle is a set that I have had my eye on some time. I set some stipulations on myself that after my college graduation, my first job, and kind of moving in, getting my adulting in order, that I was gonna get it, and those things are in order. And once I am stable in my monetary conditions, and once I'm happy where I am, that's gonna be a purchase that I'm gonna make, because I remember seeing that set built is really awesome, and there's no other way to put it other than oh, it's so cool to see that thing put together, and just the sheer, I never, and I think I've expressed this on a couple of occasions, I was a Star Wars kid, so I was a Lego Star Wars kid for many years, and then actually, really unfortunate timing, I donated all of my Lego stuff when I was my Dark Age ad lasts 2 years, because everyone has one, and mine lasted 2 years. So there's a span of 2 years where I donated all of the very good Lego Star Wars sets that I had, and everything, that I had. And that was that. I donated it all, and I was okay, no more Lego. And then, a couple years later, when the pandemic hit, I had nothing to do, and I was miserable, and I was oh, well, there's these small Lego Star Wars sets that I like a lot. I'm gonna build one of those, and that that really sent everything back in perspective. And just like, oh no, I never, why did I do that? 2 years ago, I did this, made this decision, like this choice, and now, like it's kicking my ass. Like I had so many nice sets. Like I had the Endor, I had like the Endor Forest base. I had I had like X-wings and I was a big Clone Wars guy. I'm still an original trilogy enjoyer, and I will maintain that is probably like that is the trilogy that I like the most. And I just had so many like great iconic sets from 2007 to 2012. Because I didn't buy a lot of Lego sets in my like older, my teenage years. Like when I think after I turned like 12 or 13, I was like, I'm not buying any more Lego sets. Like Lego sets are kind of passe. But I didn't get rid of any of them. Like I would keep them. I had a ton of Bionicle and some Hero Factory, so it was like, okay, I play with those. Like oh, edgy, cool Lego for edgy, mature people. And later on, it was like, oh, I'm not playing Lego anymore. And then it was like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of them. And yeah, and that was kind of like, well, I didn't buy any sets, but I had incredible sets. I had sets that like I look back on now and I'm like, I wish I never, I'm sure everybody has that where it's like, oh, I wish I had never taken those apart. Like I wish I had never done anything with that, because that's just so like those sets are just so nice. And some of those sets, they never made again, or they never. Oh my god! I need to go back to see Duke Exeter again. Like they never made any of those. They never made a bunch of those sets again. They never did a lot of them. And now I'm kind of like, I wish I could have had that back, because it would have been so nice. Like it would have been so awesome to have, like. Oh, I got back into Lego and I've got all my old sets. Like kind of that, like having all of them and having a place to start. I had like Imperial Landing Craft. I had X-wings and like all of these, all these awesome sets that I would have gladly taken the time to part out and actually put back together. And I did do that a couple times. Like I took some sets and put them back together. I had all the instructions. So it's just like the actual act of like, okay, I just have to find all the parts and put them back together and all this stuff. Nighty night, sleepy guard, vanity good night, or yawny good night. What a good name. Rest well, buddy. Yeah, like actually, like I gotta get some other people to come play with me sometime, because then we can have kind of like a play podcast, I guess you could say. But like actually, all the sets that I got rid of totaled a lot of money from myself and from my parents and from like all the birthday gifts and everything like that. So if I could just have like, if I could just go through and like pick 10, like if I got a time machine and they're like, here, we're giving you one chance, like you can do anything you want, and I'm like, okay, I want to go pick 10, because like, yeah, that's what I'd do. Like I wouldn't go back in time to like kill Hitler or anything. I would just pick 10 Lego sets to save from my collection. But if that's what if that's the option that I had, and they're like, hey, pick 10 sets to save from your collection, one is I need to like, that's gonna be a fight, because I'm gonna be like battling myself to check. Okay, so I need to go to Gnarl Forest, which is fine, because that's where I'm going anyway. Talk to Hugo first by the launch pad at Gnarl Forest. Yeah, a little over level for Gnarled Forest, but that's fine. Yeah, but like, if I could have the chance to get some of those sets back, I would. Just to have some of them, because it's like those were some great sets. And not that I don't think they've designed great things like that ever since, but some of those builds, they really knocked out of the park. and I can't, I can't say which ones right now because I can't remember all of them, but there were a couple that stood out for sure. Even some of like some of the battle packs, like even some of those things that I wish I could like get the chance to just have within a reasonable price. But also, there wasn't a lot of castle in that collection back then, and that's just something. I need to get back to Nimbus. That's just something that I was never really into until now. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of assorted sets, but not a lot of really. How many of the flags do I have? I have 9. Okay, I missed 6. Jeez. Like, not a lot of things that I really chose. All right. Grab my water. Got a gnarl forest banging out a quest or two. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think if you're watching the VOD back, one, thank you for hanging out for so long. I know it's probably been like a very chill ASMR rambly experience. If you're watching the VOD back, if you're not watching the VOD back, whatever. I think I might edit this down. I might also just leave it up in its entirety. Part of me is like, I just need to leave this up because you're not gonna like. Oh, hello. I think I might just leave it up and see if anybody watches it. That'd be cool. I'm not expecting anybody to because it's gonna be like 3 hours long. So I might edit some of it down, but I feel like also I just gotta leave it. I just gotta leave it alone, and let you all have your own experience with it because there's some fun like discussion. And also, this is just something I've been looking forward to doing for some time. So it might just become a regular, regular thing. Because I just, what? This is the launch pad, is it not? In Gnarl Forest. Okay, so I have to go there. Oh, geez, there's a backpack flag behind there. That sucks. And we'll go back and get it when I come back. Like yeah, just doing this, like getting to have the experience, and I'm sure. I'm going to talk about this a lot, in videos and stuff, because it's like, oh, geez, now I'm here again. Like, I'm here in this space. So. Yeah, so like anyway, just I only needed a couple more flags. That's such a cool set of clothes. Yeah, I think like just being able to have this experience is so cool. And especially for people, I don't want to say for people who might not have never had it, because if you've never had it, like, let's be honest, I am trading a little bit on nostalgia value, and the fact that I don't remember this. Head to Gnarl Forest. Bridge out. These pirates really made a mess of things. Better help them out. Like, being able to take people with me on this journey, and, like, celebrate this really cool thing that we've built together. That's no joke. And I need a pet to dig the spot, so I'll probably go get pets next session. But the first thing I want to do is deal with this bridge.
Look around. Well done.
Thank you. like. But like just, I can't emphasize how much it means to me that we get to have this experience together, because like I know a lot of people. A lot of people will see a channel and I think they'll see it as kind of like a give, kind of like a relationship that's a little less open, and I understand that, you know, obviously, because like you can't, you know, as a creator, you can't, especially at scale, you can't really engage with people. But I feel like it's just really important to say, like, oh yeah, even though this is my hobby, it's not something I could do without help from. Oh jeez, I have to come back for. I'm right here for rewards. Prove yourself. Smash 10 Stromling pirates and send them off to the brig. Like, just, you know, doing this as a hobby and like having people that see it as valuable is like, yeah, this is very nice. It's very cool to get to have an experience that, like, oh jeez, have an experience that we all deem as like valuable. Oh geez, it's the captain. I do remember this. The captain is the worst to fight. That is very helpful. I love these pirates. This is kind of, even if, you know, even if Dreams fails, I will really like those trans purple parts. And I think you could see that, like, those trans purple parts are gonna be great because I already know what I want to do, and that is I just want to build like a vignette of like an LU character or somebody fighting some Maelstrom guys, like some of these little Stromlings, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to do that just based on like the parts I've seen. Like, I think it's gonna be, it's gonna you know, it's gonna cost me a couple bucks, but I think I can do that pretty easily. Like, just based on what I've seen, which is why I'm so excited about it. Is like just having the, you know, getting the trans purple elements, and so many varieties, because it's like not just like a it's not just like a very simple like element. It's like, oh, these are, you know, like wings and things like that, where it's like, oh, I could make a lot of very cool LEGO Universe related mocks with that, and like that just makes me very excited. And that's that. Like, that's all. It doesn't have to be much more than that. Like, it just has to be enough for me to work with. Charge it. Restore 2 imagination for newbie characters. Oh, that sucks. You assured him. Thank you. Take the blue shirt. Brave lass from the Adventure League be exploring the forest, seeing something built by objects. Think her name. Jeez. So I have to go buy the. Do I have to go buy the skeleton, the captain? I think I do. Oh, I'm out of imagination? That's not good. Okay, well that's helpful, because I'm gonna need it for him. Yeah, jeez. You know what? I think I'm gonna do something else. Let's just go by. If I was Oh no, he's rushing me. Okay, cool. Oh, nice! Oh, I had to down the Admiral and get the thingy. Okay. I ain't cut out for mechanicking. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll do this. Kind of get ready to call it a night. I don't wanna do too much. Do have to get up tomorrow morning. But like, yeah, that is why I am so excited about the Lego Dreams theme. Part of why I am, because like the other part is just like, oh, I'm like, oh, new theme, new original theme, cut this. Like that's enough for me. The honest. The honest truth is that I get to use the elements for something else too. So hopefully we are. Hopefully we're like getting good luck. Ooh, Spirit Cutlass. Head down to Brig Rock and see what's happening. Compared to like a bad theme that lasts only one wave. That's the freaking gorilla. Yeah, so that's kind of, and you can look back on this in the future and say, oh, he was so misguided or what have you. Because yeah, that's my current concern. Is like it's gonna be oh cool. The elephants are down here. It's gonna be a dud, and we're gonna be like, oh, it's a dud, whatever. And then you're never gonna see the original themes again, and that's just gonna be. So we have to shoot 5 explosive crates. I don't have a gun. So that's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's like, well, we're never gonna see the original theme again because Lego tried it once and nobody bought it and it failed. And that's kind of like, that's kind of my fear. Is that it's not gonna go over well. That people aren't gonna like it, or it's not gonna resonate with the actual target audience, which is like children. Because for me, it's different than Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, I see why you have to shoot that. For me, it's a different experience. Like, I'm going to have a fundamentally different experience with this, with this toy. Like, I'm going to build it. I'm going to evaluate it on if I like it or not. And, like, that's it. I'm not really going to be... Oh, I need to get one more imagination. Like, yeah, I might rebuild it, I might mock it out, but it's not going to be, like, it's... Fundamentally, it's just not a toy for me. Like, I'm not the, as an AFOL, I'm not the target audience for this particular, for this particular toy. Which is cool. I'm totally cool with that. Like, yeah, this is for freaking kids. You came to help us out, right? Boom trap kits. Oh, cool. Right there and get that gun before. Yes. So that's just like, it's a monkey. Like, fundamentally, I am gonna have a different experience with this toy. Shoot. Oh, jeez. That's cool with me. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to. It's not. Lego. I don't think. I don't. And this is my opinion. So you can take this however you like. I don't think that it should be designed primarily for adults. Like I no now don't take that as don't take that too far. Don't like be like, oh, you mean nothing at all. No, of course not. I think that there is definitely a balance that should be struck between like making a theme that is for kids, like Lego Dreams is supposed to be, and making a theme that is supposed to be for kids, and making sets that are targeted more toward adults, because I think that that's like it's so critical that you understand and target things toward the correct audience. I'm taking that gun from you. Oh, you want some bananas? Easy enough. I collect imagination and ammunition for your pistol. Okay. So yeah, I think that one of the critical things for the Lego group to think about is like, and they did it a lot more when I was younger, and maybe that's why. Maybe I was never conscious of that, but it seems to me like they were never. I want to equip this pistol. Yippee! It seems to me like they were never. Oh jeez, the range on that's terrible. Okay. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run from this gorilla. It's not gorilla time. It's not monkey time. It's I think that is monkey business. I am not interested in engaging in monkey business. But I think that it's important to think about, like, oh frick. Wah! To think about, like, Lego products, these toys have been primarily targeted toward adults now, or have been shifted to be targeted at adults, and that's something that, like, I guess you gotta think about, because it was not, it was not originally that way. It was originally that they were for children, and we were adults, not in the minority, but definitely, like, not the target audience. And that's not to say that that's a bad thing. That's just to say that the goalposts have changed. And as a kid now, as a kid who is growing up with current Lego, I feel like that's like. Ew. As a kid growing up, like, I can't imagine trying to get out of the way. Come on. Boo boo. I feel like if I were a kid growing up now with Lego, I would have like a way different experience. Just because, like, obviously you've got like video games, right? And that's like I was playing video games like my entire childhood. That was what I was doing too. I feel like there are video game experiences that provide better for, like, what you're if you're a kid, like, I feel like pissing off all of them is not optimal. So they keep respawning. I might have an idea. So, like, being in the being in the generation of people who had a lot of video game experience, or like, can I get out of some of their aggro ranges in this? It's not gonna help me much. Give me that and the armor polish, please. Like, being in the age range where there's not a lot of finesse to this. It's just kind of like you do it or you don't. Oh, cool. Like, you know, it was just that was the period of time that I had the joy and I had the privilege of growing up in. And whether or not that ever returns, you know, that's a different question. And I think that's something that, you know, we had the luxury of whenever you grew up, you know, whenever you were having a formative experience, we had the luxury of getting that formative experience, like getting that contact. And the circumstances of like our contact are different than other people's, which is cool. Like that's totally cool. You know, like the fact that we all have this common experience is very nice. There you go. And I wish that everybody could have, that same experience that we had. Like this game, you know, I wish that everybody could have played this game just like we are now. Like, they could have grown up playing this game, having this experience open to them. Versus now, where it's a lot more complicated to engage with it. You know, and that's cool. Like that is just to quote you know, whoever said it for the first time. That is what it is, and that's cool with me. Like everybody has to engage with things on their own level. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So yeah, you know, that's just how I feel right now. Like about Lego, and if there's a child out there that wants to have an experience with this, you know, with this awesome, like, this building system, you know, the imagination, the community, like all that stuff, you know, I want to help foster. I want to like help them get to engage with that, because, you know, not everybody is that lucky, and that's something that I've come to like learn, is that not everyone's that lucky. So, I think on this note, this like interesting introspective note, I think that's where we're gonna end for now. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. It's been it's been a hell of a stream, and I really got to like have a ton of fun with all of you. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. If you enjoy it, please just let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the VOD back. Let me know if we want to continue doing this, because I'm definitely game to continue our LU adventure and hopefully kind of like bring in some more people to help. So until then, take care and good night.